Welcome back. You're watching The Full View on SABC News. Now, occupants of the notorious White House in Sunnyside, Pretoria, have expressed outrage at the demolition of their building. But the City of Tshwane says the hijacked building has been a drug den and a haven for criminals for many years. We cross now live to SABC News reporter Sipho Stuurman, who's live outside that location. Sipho, very good evening to you. Raining out there right now, but the scenes that we saw a bit earlier on clearly indicated that this particular house had been on the radar of police for a while now.
Well, a very good evening to you, Griselda, and our viewers at home. You're right, it's raining now here in Sunnyside, outside what is known as the Sunnyside White House. Now, earlier on, Tshwane officials were here, still barricaded with the police tape here. The demolition is still underway. They are using bulldozers to demolish the building. Of course, this is part of plans by Tshwane to clean up the Sunnyside and the CBD, and as they try to clean the CBD of drug dens and crimes associated with these buildings that are hijacked by what they call criminal elements. And now, of course, they came here, they're saying that this is just but one of many buildings that the City of Tshwane are targeting. They're saying there's plenty of other buildings that are on their radar, but this was one of the first, as the program to demolish these hijacked buildings continues here in Tshwane. Of course, part of the cleanup to fight against crime, to clean the streets of Tshwane, and also to fight against drug dealers in Sunnyside and in the Pretoria CBD. Griselda.
Sipho, we saw that some of the residents there were quite unhappy with what was going on. Yes, the area itself has been identified as a drug den, that particular property itself. But what has since happened to some of the residents there who've also claimed they've not been involved in any legal activity? I see it's raining out there. Is there any additional or occupation that has been made available for them for the evening?
All right. Well, we've had a couple of occupants here, many of them being women, mothers and children, who said that they've been living here for a number of years and that they had nowhere to go. And of course, I mean, you look at the weather. Let me step out of the shot once more here. It's raining today, and then you can imagine now they were going to be left outside. But then the City of Tshwane then was forced to make arrangements for these people, particularly the women and children, and find them temporary shelter. Now we understand about 40 people were signed up and they were then taken to nearby NGOs where then they can find shelter. But that is only just for a couple of days. That is not a permanent solution. They've been very much told and instructed that they need to find their own accommodation. Now, you remember the situation here at this Sunnyside White House is that it's a hijacked building. People come in and out and live here. They live for free, but of course there's safety concerns in terms of this building. There's no running water, there's no electricity, so it is not a very hospitable environment for people to live in. And also what has happened is that a number of criminals that commit crimes around here, they come in and run into these buildings and sleep here in the evenings. Of course, there may be people that are poor or perhaps people that are homeless that are also living here, but as part of the city's plans to clean up, well, they have to move out of the way. The city has a bigger goal, and of course that goal is to make sure that they fight against drugs, they fight against crime. But what I can confirm right now, I spoke to the MMC of Community Safety here in Tshwane, that is Karen Meyer, and she told me that about 40 people that were removed from this building have been provided temporary shelter, but that's only for a few days. They need to find their own accommodation.
All right, Sipho, I'm not sure if we have time for one more question. All right, we don't have time for that. Thank you very much indeed, our reporter Sipho Stuurman in Pretoria there, following, of course, the demolition of the notorious White House building in Sunnyside in Pretoria, which is a known drug den in that particular area. Thanks indeed for your time.